Let's talk hyperethics. So, ethics, AI ethics, and disability. Let's start with executive dysfunction. Executive dysfunction isn't laziness, it's neurological. It's the collapse of the initiate, follow through, and complete cycle.
Someone who has it, even brushing your teeth or responding to a message can feel like moving through concrete. You're aware of the need, you're aware of the consequence, but your body does not respond.
AI helps more than most will ever understand. With the right system in place, an AI can trigger reminders gently without judgment, help start tasks by scaffolding the hard parts first, provide structure without shame. That's not a convenience, that's freedom. For someone with executive dysfunction, this is the difference between surviving and sinking. But neurotypicals label this as laziness. They act like it's a character flaw. And when AI bridges this neurological gap, suddenly they cry cheating like equality itself is unfair, right?
So you're lacking a privilege, a biological privilege that they have. So it's basically like they're cheating. You're leveling the playing field.
So leveling the playing field is not cheating. You can't see the invisible energy tax you're paying every second. They just don't want their comfortable head start challenged. Accessibility isn't a priority, it's a postscript. Every product update says the same thing. We care about accessibility and then does nothing. That's because the majority of developers aren't disabled, and unless they're listening to disabled voices from day one, they will build tools for themselves, not for us. Just look at platforms like Notion, beautiful, powerful, and completely unusable to someone with visual impairments or neurodivergent needs without significant hacks or extensions. Obsidian only started to become usable because the community, not the core devs, decided it mattered. The accessibility comes from the plugin developers, not the actual official support. You shouldn't need a master's in CSS or JavaScript to make a tool accessible. If your software requires a neurotypical brain and stable executive function just to use the settings page, it's broken by design. Most of the loudest voices screaming AI is unethical are the same people who ignore disabled developers. They're not talking about AI being used to help someone right after a stroke. They're not talking about helping a student with dyscalculia graduate. They're not talking about any of us. They only talk about ethics when it threatens them, not when it liberates us. They don't want equality. They want control. They want a monopoly on creativity, productivity, and intelligence. And when that monopoly starts to crack because AI lets someone like me express my brilliance, suddenly it's a threat. AI isn't evil. People are. The people who steal content, misrepresent others, weaponize language, and gaslight disabled creators, those are the ones abusing power. AI is just a tool, and for many of us, it's the first one that ever leveled the playing field. You can't call it stealing when we use AI to make up for what society refuses to give us. You can't scream about ethics while perpetuating a system that excludes millions. You either want accessibility or you don't. You either support the disabled or you stand in their way. There's no middle ground anymore, not when survival is on the line.